According to Muhammad, according to the Quran, the Jews is the one who start wars. Each time the Jews, they establish a war, Allah, He distinguish it. But if we look, since Israel is established as a new state, not a single time the Jews, they establish a war. It was the Muslims, the Jews, they call them Arab, but you know, not all the Arab, they really want war with the Jews. The Muslims, you have to know, it's some Muslims. Christians don't really care for having war with the Jews. They don't. Muslims. That's why you see a Muslim from Pakistan, he want to go at war with you. A Muslim from Afghanistan, from Taliban, from India, he just because a Muslim, he want to go on war. Islam is a religion of evil and killing and blood and war. So according to the Quran, each time the Jews, they go at war, Allah distinguished the war. But if you look, it is the Muslim who established a war against the Jews, and the Israeli is the one who distinguished the who stopped the war, who eliminate the fire of the war. So this is a false prophecy Muhammad he mentioned. According to Muhammad, the Jews is the one who do mischievement in earth. Only the Jews. If you go to any Muslim country, they have 0 Jews. You know what 0 mean? 0. Their judges is corrupt. The government is corrupt. The post office man is corrupt. They will steal your mail. And in the best scenario, they will not deliver it to you unless you pay them every month. Police is corrupt. The phone guys is corrupt. They come to your house. Listen, they come to your house. You knock at the door. Hello, sir. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, what's up? I'm from the phone company. Okay, what's up? Your phone is working? Yeah, I think it's working. You go inside, you look at the phone, you know, the hard line, you know, before the cell phone was exist. Yeah, it's working. They say, okay, you know what? I will be here if the phone stop working because we are working in the box, which means the phone box, you know. After 3 or 4 minutes, he asked you, you know, to check it after a few minutes because he's working in the box. After a few minutes, the phone will stop working. You come to him, he says, hey, listen, what you did, the phone stopped working. He says, oh, my time is up, I have to go now. Sorry, you know, maybe next week, I will be here next week. He said, what are you talking about? What next week, man? We will be without a phone for a week? Please, my mom is sick, etc. You know, we need a phone. He says, okay, you know what? If you want, you can pay me overtime. And, you know, otherwise I cannot do it really. You know, they have, you know, do you know how big the list I have to fix phones for people? He is the one who cut your phone. He just cut it. He just cut your phone for you. So you will pay him, so he put it back. This is the Middle East. So the Jews is the one who do mischievement. If you go right now and ask the Muslims about leaders in the Middle East, there's tons of videos by like Lili Dawah and Muhammad Hijab themselves speaking about their leaders. So leaders are corrupt. Okay, there's no Jews there. Just yesterday, we heard the news about Saudi Arabia opening the first alcohol shop. Your graduation. One day ago. And this is store for non-Muslims, brother. Now we know what will happen. The Saudi guy, he will ask the guy who work as a driver for him from Thailand or from the Philippines to go and buy alcohol, bring it home. And do you know why they open it? Because simply they are buying alcohol anyway. and it's very expensive, and the government are losing a lot of money. So they said to themselves, let us sell it legally. Come on, let us get money. We need money. So now supposedly for non-Muslim, but to just wait. A year from now, maybe 2 years maximum, is going to be available for everybody. And those Muhammadan, they drink like crazy. You see, in the Middle East, I never got drunk. I drink from time to time, like little maybe beer or but I never get drunk. But the one who get drunk in the Middle East is Muslims, because when they drink like goats. They go and buy the alcohol from the Christians. If you go to the alcohol store, you will not find Christians buying alcohol. You will find long line of Muslims doing shopping for alcohol. And they are expert. When I come to the state, I know only one name of beer, just one name. I go in the airplane, I said, because it helped me to sleep, because I don't drink. When you don't drink, if you drink anything, you will feel sleepy right away. So it helped me to sleep. So I go in the airplane, what is the name of the beer? I forgot. It's a European beer. I forgot the name. Can we read it? This is how much I am so good in. So anyway, but if you speak to a Muslim about alcohol, they are expert with every single kind and every name and what taste and etc. But they are the ones supposedly who the alcohol forbidden for them. If you speak about the music is haram for Muslims. Remember, Muhammad said, those who play music, Allah will make them pigs and monkeys, and even He made the earth swallow them. If we go to YouTube right now and I type anything about Muslim countries, you will not believe what you will find there. Their music is very much associated with sex. There's no music in the music. Very much. It is very, very sexual. And you will see they are wearing hijab, and and those are the real Muslim countries who they are supposedly the conservative ones. Every single dance they do is very, very sexual, extremely sexual. And the funny is, when they do those things, they sing Allah, Allah, Allah. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Look, the hijab is there. I mean, we have to be serious here. I mean, I don't know what kind of dance this dance, but you tell me. I'm not saying that the West is better when it's come to those things. I mean, in the West, we have a very trashy people who do all kind of stuff too. But those are the one who claim to be religious. I mean, the trashy are trashy. They don't claim that they are conservative. They don't claim to be religious. They don't claim to be anything. They go and do whatever they wish. But those are people wearing long skirt, covering their hair, and their ass is pointy to Allah. Very, very pointy. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Yeah. So, very conservative. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyway, let us stop here. Case sensitive. So in one hand, the Mohammedan, they present themselves as a very conservative society, but homosexuality, gay, actually in Islamic countries, homosexuality is very, 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 massive in number. If remember, I made a video a long time ago from the Saudi TV. I translated myself, where a Saudi woman doctor, she worked in the military hospital. She said that between, I think, as I remember, you know, you can remind me, that about 45% of the population of Jeddah, they have sexual intimacy with a family member, which means family, like incest inside the house. And the same about homosexuality, like male with male, female with female. Why? Because simply the Islamic society does not allow human being to grow normal growth. Anything is not normal will go in the opposite and wrong direction. So if we don't allow girls to see boys, normally see them, talk to them, nobody talking about having sex with them. So now there's a taboo. What will happen in the Middle East for Muslims? The girl, she said, can I invite my cousin to sleep over, or my friend, she is a girl. Both family don't mind. Girl, she is visiting a girl, she will sleep in the bedroom together, so why not? And here you create a lot of big generation of lesbian. Because those are teenage, they cannot go to boys, and they go to girls. Same for boys. The boy, he say, can I invite my cousin or my friend? He want to stay over. Oh, two boys. Yeah, okay, no problem. Come here. And then, you know, and then with all the satellite and the internet, and, you know, things is really messed up in the Middle East. And now things is really changing. Like if I go right now and type nightlife in Saudi Arabia, you will see that Saudi Arabia 10 years ago is not the same as now. Now they have nightclub, women and men, they are mixing, they go for a date. They have, I'm not talking about Emirat, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend is very normal, long time ago, more than 20 years ago. If I type here, and now they are opening halal sex shop, like sex toys, halal, you know, halal nightclub. Yeah. Ah, look what they Saudi going astray. Look who coming up. The goat. Hold on. I want to watch this, the goat one. Let us skip the commercial. We find him everywhere we go. Listen to what happened in Saudi Arabia. Don't listen to me. Believe the Abdul. Abdul will tell you. I mean, maybe Christian Prince is lying. Right? Who can tell you what's going on in Saudi Arabia more than Abdul Lili Dawah? Peace be upon her. Listen carefully.
Raising funds to establish a masjid and community center in Norway. Every person who prays
donate. Yeah.
Good deeds. Click the link.
Okay. Where is the video? Hold, start.
If I was to say these two Saudi women that I'm about to show have literally lost their minds, I don't think you would really blame me. Saudi Arabia, or the Arabian Peninsula, alhamdulillah, when Islam came, it was full with filthy, the most filthiest thing on this earth, which is idol worship. Shirks and mushriks.
I mean, this guy, look, he's a Kurdish, he's a Turkish. Turkey is the land of prostitution, and now he is attacking Saudi Arabia. You see, he don't see where he's coming from. If you go right now and type nightlife, not nightlife, I mean daytime video, just walk in the street in Ankara. Anywhere you want. What you will see naked women. So now he is complaining about what's happening in Saudi Arabia. Listen carefully.
Alhamdulillah, Islam came and abolished that. And one of the signs of the Day of Judgment is that the region the Arabian Peninsula will go back into idol worship. But obviously Shaitan takes his time. That's the end goal. But today we're going to be watching a video and reacting to called Like Heaven. Saudis enjoy sun, sea with opposite sex. Let's watch this video and let's see if we can hold our stomachs.
So why you live in England? And why you go to Starbucks and it's mixed with women? Why you yourself, you go and sit in a Starbucks, like anybody is forcing you to go to Starbucks or to go to coffee shop, and there's a lot of women there, if you are against mixing with women?
Be sick. Here it goes.
Listen, this will make you sick.
All are welcome at the Saudi beach. Yeah? In a change to the usual gender segregation and modest clothing, this beach in Jeddah allows men and women to mingle. Now let's listen carefully to this girl. Yeah?
I will type Turkey beach, and whatever YouTube show me, I will put it there. Oh boy. Okay. Anatolia nightlife. I just type, actually I did not type nightlife, by the way. I just type, as you see, Turkey beach. You see it? I did not type anything about nightlife. This is Turkey. Look what girls are wearing. Lily Dawah, she don't see how her people in Turkey, they dress. She see what happening in Saudi Arabia and it's disgusting. And why you live in England, don't people there, they dress the same too? I mean, where is the Muslim women in Turkey? Erdogan country? Aman Rabbi Aman? Huh? Where is the Muslims? Brother? Turkey. Anyway, so those potatoes, you know, they make living about complaining, but they are the one who enjoy living in the West. And I assure you, when they go in the street and they saw women, you know, wearing short skirt, their eyes is all over their asses. A bunch of coward hypocrite. And just wait when your daughter, she grow up and she come to you with her boyfriend. Let us see what you will do. You will say to her, haram. She will send you in the garage. Anyway, do we have any Muhammadan here? We used to those trashy. Let us see. Do we have any Muhammadan who would like to join us? Any Muhammadan? Okay, can non-Muslim join? Okay, no problem. We will talk more about more prophecy Muhammad said about the Jews and the Israeli. Let us call this person first. Okay, look like we could not. Call the person. All right. The first description, the Quran described the Jews and the Christians they are mushrikeen, which means they are polytheist. And the funny here, how they are polytheist, they say to you because they take their monks and their rabbis as gods instead of their God. What does that mean? The Jews don't take rabbi and monks, neither the Christians, as gods. They say to you, by taking the command from the man over the command of God, you are not monotheist no more. And here you see why I say Muhammad is a stupid fool. Because if this is the scenario, what will make a person not monotheist, that means all Muslims are not monotheist. For Muslims, they take the words of their prophet Muhammad over the words of Allah. We have, actually, all of Islam is against the Quran. All the Islam we know today is against the Quran. If you search right now, like, actually, I can find you the video of Zakir Naik, of etc. All of them, they will tell you that Islam is in the Hadith. Islam cannot be located.
The Prophet
is an idiot.
said,
Yeah.
myself and the caretaker of an orphan.
He take care of the orphan by effing them. All right, hold on. Let us see here. Zakir. All right. This is Zakur Nayuka. Listen to him.
Can we have the next question from the brother, please?
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Junaidi. I want to ask, can we unite accept the people that they proudly say they Muslim, but they don't accept Hadith, then they do the haram things, like Siti Kasim. They proudly invite people to accept the ideology. They Muslim, but they don't accept Hadith.
Brother asked a question that there are some people who are Muslim but they don't accept Hadith.
By the way, this is not a true Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik don't speak like this. Zakir Naik, he speak like that. But first of all, the question is asking is very pithy. He's saying that some Muslims, they don't accept the Hadith. Brother, I have the answer for you. Please open your ears and listen to me carefully. So now this is their sheikh. And listen, the one who take his religion from a man, not from God, is what? Is not a monotheist. This is what the Quran, we just showed you the verse. And now you will hear him saying that you have to take what Muhammad said, not the Quran. Because the Quran is an empty book. Listen carefully.
A Muslim cannot be a Muslim if he doesn't accept Hadith. You can call them pseudo-Muslims.
Pseudo-Muslim.
Right word is what?
Yeah.
Pseudo-Muslim.
Pseudo-Muslim.
Because a Muslim, a beloved Prophet ﷺ said, a Muslim is not a true believer until he loves Allah and His Messenger more than anything in this world.
What the heck have to do with the question? Guys, and you cannot be a believer unless you love Allah and His Messenger. You see, Muhammad is there. Muhammad is trying to copy Jesus. Muhammad here, you notice? Trying to copy Jesus. In the meaning, if you love anyone more than the Messiah himself, you don't belong to the Messiah. Muhammad suddenly, he replaced the Messiah, who is God, and now he claimed to be God. So why, Muslims, why we have to love Muhammad and Allah? Isn't it this is what shirk is? So now the Muslims, they associate the love of Allah with the love with the man. Why everybody have to love Muhammad? What Muhammad have to do with being saved to go to heaven? Isn't it the purpose supposedly is to love God? Muhammad is, when the Muslims, they claim that they are monotheist, that's a big fat lie. In fact, they worship the filthy Muhammad. And now he is forcing everyone to be in love with Muhammad, and give me one reason to love Muhammad. For what reason? Because his eyes fall into your wife, you have to divorce her so the Prophet can F her? By the way, we have 1,400 watching, we have only 184 like. So if you don't mind, give us dislike at least. If you like what we do, give us a like. If you don't, give us dislike. Do something. Just do something. All right. So here you see, the question is about hadith. And now he associates the question of following the hadith, which means the words of Muhammad, with loving Muhammad. Loving Muhammad. Why I need to love Muhammad? Because he's your God. More than anything.
Many people come and say that, you know, only following Quran, I'm a Quraniyun, I'm Ahle Quran, I only follow Quran. You ask him, how do you offer salah?
See, Quran cannot teach you how to have a prayer. How you do salah? Ask them. How you do the prayer. Just ask them, they cannot tell you. So Islam is not a religion from God. Islam is a religion from Muhammad, because even your prayer is not coming from Allah. Did you hear it? Ask him how you can offer salah, which means without following Muhammad words. Quran provide no answer. For very simple thing, prayer, just a prayer.
I'm Ahle Quran, I only follow Quran. You ask him, how do you offer salah? How many rakat to pray in Fajr salah? Where it is mentioned in the Quran?
Where?
Which verse of the Quran says how many rakat to offer in Fajr salah?
How many? Which? Nobody. Nowhere.
Sorry?
Hadith.
But if you don't believe in Hadith, how can you follow Islam? Zakat is compulsory. How much percentage zakat to give? Where it is mentioned in the Quran? Mentioned in the
Hadith.
So without Hadith, you cannot follow Quran. Quran is like a telegraphic message. How to, some things of salah is mentioned, but not all the details. Give zakat is mentioned. How much to give is not mentioned. So Quran is like a telegraphic book. The commentary is the Hadith. So
here is the fiction of his answer. This is false. The Hadith is not a commentary about the Quran. The Hadith is the opposite of the Quran. As an example, the Quran says you do mut'ah. Muhammad, he say in the Hadith, don't do mut'ah no more. So Quran cancelled by Hadith. Can you believe it that a word of a man can cancel a word of God? This is not a commentary, as he said. That's a big fat lie. There's tons of commands and orders in the Quran cancelled totally by a statement from Muhammad. Do we have any Muhammadan here would like to join us? Any happy, proud Muhammadan who will go to heaven sooner or later by the help of Allah or by the help of Israel would like to join us? If you are a Hamas member, by the way, you are welcome to call us. I mean, if you are in the tunnel and you have internet provided by you by the international community, UNRWA, United Nations, and you are enjoying the free internet and free electricity, you can call us from the tunnel. Like if you are the leader of Hamas, I always like to hear you speaking from the tunnel, because that will come with echo. Very nice echo, you know. So in case you like to, you know, like imagine Zakir Naik, he joined Hamas and he is calling me. He will say, brother, I'm going to turn you. Any Muhammadan? In fact, if you ask Zakir Naik, okay, is the hadith is preserved? He will say no. So how you ask Muslims to go and follow the hadith and nobody can guarantee which one is correct and which one is wrong? Because every Muslim have different opinion about the same hadith. Even the scholars, they agree about not to agree about if it's authentic or not. Any Muhammadan? Tell us more, Zakir Naik. Tell us more.
Without the hadith, you cannot follow Islam. That's the reason. And if you follow Quran, only following Quran also, you have to follow hadith. Because
And here, by the way, do you know what he did? He just destroyed Islam. Why? Because the Quran claimed that this is a book explained in details. And the Quran says that today I completed my favor upon you. So why Allah saying that I completed my favor upon you? Islam became complete in the Quran, but we hear them saying Islam without hadith is zero. This day, read carefully. I mean, this translation is really weird. The translation of a small verse become like a journal, like a case study, like a paper of attorney. It says here, this day, I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and have chosen Islam for you. This was what? Supposedly the last verse of the Quran. But if you look, you will find that this is a chapter 5, verse number 3, which means the one who put it there is stupid. They took it from the end of the Quran, they put it in the beginning of the Quran, and now that distorts the meaning. I mean, imagine you read my book, after 5 pages, I say to you, today I completed my book for you, and thank you for reading, bye-bye. And then he continued talking about food, which is very silly. I mean, how completing religion, how the religion is complete by talking about not eating pork. What is that? So Islam complete now because you don't eat pork? And then we find 9 chapter after that, and still he is saying that today has come. Today, you see, he mentioned the day. It's about timing. How today I completed my favor upon you, and you keep giving me more verses. By the way, the person, his name, Elita, can you please do me a favor? Don't force me to block you. Don't donate no more. Please. People, they donate once a month, maybe. You donate $10 maybe. I don't like, what are you doing? So don't force me to block you. If I see you one more time giving donation more than $10, I will block you, specifically you. Don't force me. Why each time you have to come here, you have to give big donation? Is she here? Is she listening? I don't see her text. Maybe she is not here. Well, why? Maybe she is not rich. Maybe she is poor. You see, I'm not here to... I don't enjoy money of a poor person. My experience in life that poor people, they give more than the rich ones. She gave donation once 500. Second time, I think same, maybe. Then I scream at her. And then she continue. If she can confirm that she is a wealthy person, then she can do that. But I will not accept such a thing. Are you there, Elita? Islamic kingdom, he said he had a Christian he had sex with the Christian women. Is that Khadija? The mother of the believers? Your prophet wife, she left your prophet and she ran with the Christian man. Call me to show you the reference. All right? Potato. Anyway, I don't know if she is here. I don't see her text. Is she here? Well, I don't think she is worthy. And this is what make me, unhappy with this donation. If she can confirm that she have a good income. Yes, Alita, I was saying, don't give big donation no more. You gave first time, you gave second time, you gave third time. That's it. If you come here, you give $10, $5, $1, I'm happy with it. There's no need for 200 or 300 or 500. All right? I scream at you before, you remember? I know many of you will be wondering, like, what kind of guy he get upset because people give him donation. I'm not upset from donation, but there are some people, they have a very good heart and they want to support you, but they don't really have the money. And usually, poor people is the one who give more than others. So instead of making me happy, you are hurting me. All right, we continue with our topic. All right, we were talking about how Muhammad prophecies all fail, And the Quran, as you see, is not a book to teach you religion. I mean, even prayer is not there. Even how to pray is not there. Even the 5 prayer is not there. Even the 10 commandments, there's no 10 commandment. Islam destroy all of it. So if you ask a Muslim, okay, what Islam brought to you, beside teaching you to hate others, what Islam brought to you? Nothing. Totally nothing. Do we have any Muhammadan there to challenge me? Anyone? Any brave Muhammadan there to challenge me? Nobody. A Muslim friend told me Islam is peace and love. Well, if Islam peace and love, so how come we don't see it? Find me one Muslim country, they have peace and love. Can you? What about Pakistan? In Pakistan, it's controlled 100% by Muslims, Abdul. Do they have peace? What about Afghanistan? What about Bangladesh? What about Indonesia? Name for me one Muslim country love peace. Just a few years ago, the Indonesian Muslim, they attacked the Christians in east of Timor. All of us we knew they commit genocide against them. Any Muhammadan? You want to donate 100 million euro? What I will do with it? You know, there is a lot of people there, their dream is about accomplishing things, right? The accomplish you do, like today I ate some a chicken, rice, and yogurt, but I cannot eat more, you know? So if you give me 100 million euro, am I going to eat more chicken? Am I going to be able to drive like 2 cars in the same time? I mean, what will happen? Why people, they are so much about the money? You see, you know, I'm not giving you fiction. When you appreciate your life, you are happy. If you don't appreciate your life, you will never be happy. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Appreciation is the key of happiness. If you have a piece of a bread and little, maybe, you know, there's some houses and some families in many places in the world, they eat just bread and tea. Bread and tea. They don't even have something, food. There's no food, really. There's a bread only. Bread and tea. And even the tea have no sugar in it. And they are satisfied with it. But there is a person who own a big villa, have a nice cars, like Andrew Tate. I mean, do you think this guy is happy? This guy is a scumbag. He will never be happy all his life. He's covered by shame. His money is from the sweat of the women's vagina. So money does not give you honor, neither provide you happiness. It is appreciation. All what we pray for the Lord is that we have enough. We pray for the Lord that we have a roof in the top of us. We pray that we have enough food, no more, no less. We pray that the Lord provide us what we need for our health, for our children, for our family. Anything exceed is not what will make you happy, even though I don't mind to have more. Don't take me wrong, because life can come with many security issues like health things, you never know. But still, if you are not a person who appreciates what God gave you, you are not going to be happy. And for me, I'm really happy to see a lot of people like this, those people who donate, like this lady, Elita. I'm sure she have a lot of good things in her heart for me. All those people who support me, obviously they will not do that unless they have very much appreciation. So I feel I'm very blessed, and you know, the Lord, he gave me the love of the people, and this is the most important. And if one day if I need something, I'm sure if I shout, I say, hey guys, I have a problem, I'm sure many of you will support. Having a big family is very important. having family who never been from your mom or your dad or your sister, your sibling. This is very important. When they come to Jesus, they said to him, oh, your mother and your brothers, they are here waiting for you. He said, those are my brothers and my sisters, and those are my mothers. So we as a Christians, we are a family, and this is why we need always to feel for each other. We have to stand for Christians in Pakistan, Christian in Iran, Christian anywhere in the world. And not only for Christians, anything is unjust, is bad and evil. We stand against it. And that's why we stand against Islam. Nigeria, exactly. Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Like those potato, you know, they are selling halal cat food. They can't even make one single video without asking for money. Halal cat food. When Israel will take over Gaza? Well, I don't know really when Israel will take over Gaza, but obviously they are doing, you know, I mean, they are moving slow for sure, but that for a reason, because they don't want to lose. I mean, the faster you move, the more casualty you will have, you know, very simple. But maybe, you know, you see the map I showed you already about Gaza. Already they are taking over a big part of it. And I believe the important is to take over Gaza and not where the civilians are, and then they will force their negotiation on the international community, not on the Palestinians. Those Palestinians, they, you know, there's no, you know, there's no government. It's just terrorists. You cannot negotiate with terrorists. Terrorists are going to be forced to agree. They are not going to negotiate with Hamas. Hamas, at the end of the day, because they lost all their territory, and then the population is getting more and more angry. If I go right now and search in YouTube, let us see. And again, they are shouting against Hamas not because they are against terrorism. Don't take me wrong. They hate Israel. They hate the Jews. They hate the Christians. But because they saw the result, it was a big failure from the side of Hamas. I'll try to find the video if I can find it. Like there is a, you know, a group of so-called Palestinian, they were shouting at Hamas, asking them to stop the war, give the hostages. Yeah, because they lost everything. They lost their houses. I mean, for how long they will stay? Like, what will happen now? What will happen exactly? What is the accomplishment of Hamas? Nothing. They free 200 prisoners. Israel captured more than 4,000. So what is the accomplishment then? At least 20,000 fighters, 25,000 from Hamas is killed. Depend in the numbers, who is coming from who. Remember, Hamas, they tried to put Hamas members as civilians. So each time the number of death coming, they claim it is a civilian, you know. But reality is the opposite. Those are Hamas members. Hamas members, they are fighting in their pajama, they are fighting wearing civilian clothing. So when the Israeli army corner them, they throw their weapon and they claim to be civilians. We know the game. I'm just trying to find the video. Give me a minute. All right. Video here. Yeah, this is the video we played today to show you the map. Yeah. So simply they will keep extending until all the yellow area, which is not controlled by them, is going to be totally controlled by the Israeli.
מערוץ לאומנות, ובסרטון זה נזכור את היום ה-109 למערכה על הגנת ישראל. בשכונת דראג' טופח שבמרכז העיר עזה, לוחמי חטיבת השריון 401 כבשו את המוצב הצבאי אל-ג'ברי, שהוא אחד
And you see, this is other reason why it's getting slow, because they have to dig every inch they go through to find out if there is tunnels. All right? So look at this. This is very costly too. Very costly. It's slow, it's costly, and it is necessary. So all this land is going to be digged so they can find out where is the terrorists are hiding.
האימונים הגדולים ברצועה, ובו יש מתחמים לאימון ירי, ירי מרגמות, צליפה, בוחן מסלול, ואפילו בריכת שחייה למחבלים.
See how they are hiding the rocket launchers? Those are rocket launchers. They hide them, they bury them by the sand. When it's time to use them, they go there. It takes just maybe 20 minutes to move the sand away, and they shoot their rockets at the civilians.
של הקומנדו הימי, לצד גדוד שקד מחטיבת גבעתי, המוצב נכבש, מחבליו חוסלו וזה הושמד. מכון ISW טוען כי
See here, this is the area in the beginning was always under Hamas, right? Now all of it, this is almost 50% of Gaza, or let's say maybe 45%. That area alone. So now I'm not talking about the city of Gaza. City of Gaza, they took it already long time ago. I'm talking about the land, because all the land is called Gaza Strip, right? So Gaza as a city and whatever around it is taken from long time ago. And even if the Israeli right now stop, they have a very strong, let us say, position to negotiate and force the international community to do as they wish, because they will not let them go back unless things go back as they want. They will not let any of those terrorists to go back to Gaza. Gaza is gone. That's it. It's in the hand of Israel. And there's no way the Israeli will give it back unless everybody in the world guarantee them that no terrorists will be back there. So this is the plan. The plan is, otherwise those terrorists always, they are hiding behind the hostages. So and in the best scenario, they can hide between children and kids. So they will find their way. And they can even, I believe, the tunnels is still open to Egypt. So God knows, maybe even the hostages, all of them right now, are in Egypt. And maybe Sinwar himself is already in Egypt. We don't know. The only way to get him is if they surround him and there's no exit for him.
שארית הגדודים של חמאס מצליחה להתארגן מחדש בצפון. חמאס בונה את עצמו כשלוחמי צה"ל מתבצרים מדרום למטרופולין עזה על ציר בארי ולאורך החוף, ומשם יוצאים לפשיטות בתוך העיר. חמאס גם כן בונה מחדש את הכוח המשטרתי שלו בעיר כדי לנהל את 200,000 האזרחים שנותרו בה. אתמול נפלו 24 חללים.
See now you see the arrows, you see those arrows? Those arrows are telling you the direction of the war right now. So they are expanding, and all this yellow area is going to be by maybe 2 months, 3 months from now, is going to be gray. And then what is left for the so-called Palestinian? Those are not Palestinian, as we said many times. But what is left for them? Nothing. It's left only this green area. 2 million, they cannot live there. People want to go back to their homes. Actually, what is left of their homes? Nothing. So what Hamas did, and that's what will make every civilian, if we can call them civilians, because as I said, they support terrorism, they hide them. That Hamas terrorists are the children of the civilians at the end of the day. They are the children of the civilians. So, but those so-called civilians, at the end of the day, they find they have a brain, you know. Okay, what we accomplished now? We went to Israel, we raped their women, we killed 1,400 people. We came back with coffee machines and toilet seat, and some VCR and TV and a big screen TV. I saw a guy coming to, you know, carrying toilet seat in his head. Imagine they took the toilet seat from the ground. Other guy, he is, you know, he have a garbage bag. He put inside it, you know, whatever he found in the house. An Israeli woman, she talked about a Muslim kid. He is like 19 years old. She thought he is going to, you know, like he put a knife in her neck and he will ask her for her diamonds. He said to her, "Where is the ice cream?" So anyway, what is the accomplishment? This is how Islamic countries always, and this is why always I never felt comfortable in any Muslim countries. They are stupid, they are arrogant, they celebrate death, and they die, and they never have victory. They celebrate victory when they are the one is losing. They could not get a single centimeter from Israel except by signing an agreement with Israel, not by war, because always they attack, they lose more. Imagine the neighbor country, Egypt, is 100 million citizens. How many? 100 million. 100 million, yet they could not only 100 million, 100 million with all the neighbors, all Syria, Iraq, Jordan, Morocco. I mean, all scumbags, terrorists, they joined the fight. Yet they could not conquer Israel. And this is why Egypt, they signed peace agreement. Because they said to themselves, you know what, we are bankrupt anyway. I mean, for how long we can, each time we go on war with them, we lose. Muslim leaders, through centuries, they made their hatred to the Christians and the Jews as a business. So like this is the way they can earn support. Like the same as those on YouTube, you know. So the more we hate the Christians, the more we call for jihad, and you know, the more our publicity will grow. This is the whole point. Iran, every morning they shout death to America, death to Israel, but they never attack America and they never attack Israel. Okay, when you are going to attack America, what is going to happen? The dream. The Iranian, when they notice that we have presidents, Trump or Biden, both of them, they don't want to go in war, they start playing with their tail. So they hit a ship here, they attack a container there, they send rockets at Iraq, but they're not never there to announce war, because they knew they are no match. And those things only happen when you have a leader who is not a warrior. You see, I know many of you here support Trump, and I voted for Trump, and if I go for election, I will vote for him again. But Trump is not a warrior. He's not. And this is why those cowards, they don't fear him. However, they fear him way more than Biden. They knew that the country is very much divided. They knew the Congress is divided. They knew the senators are divided. They knew everything in this country is divided. And divide and conquer. And you believe it or not, all the enemy of USA, they are involved in the election of USA. To divide us more. And we do not need enemy to divide us. I mean, thanks to Biden and his gang and the Democrat, that alone is enough. They can't even close the border. So, as long the Islamic, let us say, tongue, when I say the Islamic tongue, which means speaking as a person who defends Islam, will give you a reputation to be supported, then all Muslim leaders, they have to do so. Like as an example, Erdogan. Erdogan, suddenly he is a person who supports Hamas. But all of us, we knew that Erdogan will not allow one Palestinian to live in Turkey. Erdogan, he buy oil from ISIS when they control this area. But he will never allow one of ISIS live in Turkey. The stupid American, they rush to save the ass of the Shia in Iraq from ISIS. If they did not go there, ISIS and the Shia, they will be fighting until now, and that's it. Let them be busy with each other. What's your business? What is exactly your business? Always the stupid American government, they do the opposite of. Do the Iraqi now appreciate the American saving their ass from ISIS? No. They want to kill you. It's the truth. And why the American until now there to defend them from ISIS? Let them fight ISIS alone. We support the King of Jordan. In fact, his salary, his food, his everything this country has is from USA. This is the most bankrupt, empty country. They don't even have water to drink. They buy water from Israel. Yet this guy, he want to do jihad. Why? Because he have the back, you know, he's a sponsor by USA. So he have to say statement in front of his people that he is supporting Israel, he's against Israel, but in reality he is an Israeli agent. Egypt. I posted for you the video of the Egyptian parliament. All of them, they are cursing Israel. We have no peace with you. All of them, they are, excuse my language, they are a piece of shit. If you are really serious, cancel your peace agreement with Israel. If you dare, they don't dare. Who is holding you? So, speaking in the name of Islam is just for the sake of publicity. But in reality, none of them care for anything to do with Islam. Iran use Islam to spread Shiaism, not to conquer Israel. You see, all the idea of death to America, death to Israel, is to make more Sunni convert to the Shia sect. And the more Shia they are, the more, I mean the population, the more Iran have control in the territory. Otherwise, Iran will never go at war with Israel, because they knew that this will be their end. We will be part of World War III. You know, the World War III, I don't think is going to happen the way you think it is. The World War III is about technology right now. It's not about invasion. Only foolish people, they do invasion. Like, you know, what happened with the stupid Putin. The stupid Putin, he thought he have a massive army. The neighbors are no match. We will send them, you know, 50,000 soldiers. We will be in the capital of Ukraine in few hours. And then it turned to be that his massive army is a stupid army, because he have old weapon, old tanks, everything is outdated. And now if you see that the Ukrainian, who is there, they are no match in any way, in any mean to fight the Russian. They are bombing Pittsburgh. They are going all the way to Moscow with their drone. Drone is made by them, not by the American. Ukrainians are not a savage, stupid nation. They are very well educated. In fact, the only country who makes spaceship engines is Ukraine. Even NASA, they used to buy, I think until now. Actually, NASA, they just signed an agreement with them just 3 weeks ago with the Ukrainian company for software, because they don't have the same technology the Ukrainians have, the skills. So Ukrainians are not just a bunch of idiot, still stupid idiot. His name is Putin. He thought he can do invasion. The time of invasion is over. That invasion can happen if the nation you are going after have no support from anybody, same time they are limited with knowledge and technology, and these days technology is available for everybody. I mean, even ISIS, they are using drones. So today, the World War III is not about invasion. It's about technology, information. It's about conquering the space, using technology which nobody have. Those, those drones is going to be a toy very soon. Actually, they are already toys. So soon, you will have the American army. They have fighters in the ground who they are made from steel. Then the invasion have different vision. It's not an army invading army. It's just a machines invading countries. Soon you will find that the weapon, which is shells, like the way we know it, is not used no more. They use laser. They will use a spaceship. Things will change. So all the weapon you see in the industry today, like in the let's say the standard industry, this is going to be toys, like what Iran have. The real weapon is what they are preparing, which we do not even know. And I believe strongly that nobody will dare to do invasion, because simply there's no need. You can invade America without invading America. The Soviet Union, they invade America by the Democrat. I played for you the video, remember? The video of the KGB agent. He explained very well how the Soviet Union invaded America without invading America. They created generations who lost their mind. And those are the Democrats. So now Soviet Union is gone, but the plan of the Soviet Union was very successful. They create a generation in every way, in every mean. You can describe it as a stupid, in denial. He mentioned how even if you show them the truth, even if you take them to the place, you show them with their own eyes, still they will not believe. They lost their sense. And he mentioned it take about 20 years, already that, happened long time ago. Let me see if I can find the video again. What was the name of the video? Anyone remember? So we can search for it. I forgot the name. And I mean, do you need to make a country weak more than having Democrat in your country? The stupid Biden, the first thing he did when he came as a president, he supported terrorism. Those Democrats, they support terrorists. The first thing they did, they left al-Houthi from the terrorist group. Now they want to put it back. Why you left it? Why you left the ban from them? He stopped building the wall in the border. Now they want to build the wall again. They are mentally ill. His name is Yuri. Okay, let me search for the name. Give me a second. Everything you see in his video actually is absolutely what happened. Let us see.
Mr. Bezmenov was born in 1939 in a suburb of Moscow. He was the son